Hi, welcome back to this video where we discuss about the different types of discount which you would be able to facilitate to the customer and the management of the price list. So first thing what we're going to look here is what is a price list and what are the different kinds of price list which is available inside the system. Uh, you have two types of price list available in the system. One is a sales price list, another one is a purchase price list. So for all the products, if you have any specified price that you want to sell it for some customer or a certain set of customer, you could have those things configured inside the price list of the sales. So when you go to the sales module from this four tile icon, and if you go to the products, below the products you can see something called as price list. Now, there is something called as a default price for the product, and then there is something called as price list, which you append on top of it. So I'm just duplicating it just to show you what is a public price list all about. So you have this sales price here, which is basically a public price for you. And what you could do here is you can have different conditions applied to that. These conditions could be, based on some kind of logical expression, or it could even be a simple price list. So this is a place where you could actually see the different kinds of price list options available. So here you can have multiple price per product, or you can have a computed price. A multiple price would be like each product would be having different price. This is a global configuration, but at the same time we are using something called as prices computed from the formulas. This is a bit more complex and a bit more advanced, where you could make use of this different types of price. So once you enable this functionality, you can come back to the product, you can assign what is your default price for the product, and once you assign your default price for the product, you can go back to the price list button here, and you have a create functionality here, and you can start by adding the details inside it. So the first thing what we can do here is we can have custom price list which can be defined. So let's say that you wanted to have a price list for UAE, that is like the country which you're representing right now. Now, you have the provision where you can select the country which you want to have it. So there is grouping of countries which is possible. You can have different kinds of countries grouped inside the system, which can be expressed for getting all the customers from that specific location would be having a certain kind of price for that. Um, you have another option where you can have public price and the discounted price to be visible for you. Now let's look into the default pricing options what is available. When you click on this add a line, it will actually tell you uh, what to choose from. So basically, are you going to apply this price list on one product or all the product in the company, or a specific group of products? So let's say that I decided to go for product category here, and I'm going to select that all the laptops. Now, what I'm saying here is all the products inside the laptop, which is three laptops which I have, would be having this price list which would be applied. Now, do you have any minimum quantity? Because let's assume that you're, planning to give some kind of discount for the product. So you're telling that if the minimum quantity is 10 units, you wanted to give a discount of probably like 10%. That is absolutely possible. But at the same time, if somebody is buying minimum of 50 units, you want to give a 20 percentage of the discount. So in that case, you can again come back and you can define it. If the number of products in this group is more than 50, or minimum quantity is 50, you are planning to give 20 percentage of discount onto it. So this is a computing factor. So far we have been discussing a straight percentage discount here. We'll discuss in detail about it. And I can save and close. So what you can understand here is if you're selling any of these products, and if the count is minimum of 10 pieces, you would get a 10% discount. If it is less than 10, you would not get a discount. But at the same time, if it is above 50 units, you would be getting a 20% of the discount on the same product automatically. So this is how you can keep on adding different kind of discount conditions onto the system. Now let's look into the second kind of functionality that you are looking for. So let's go ahead, and I'm looking for a specific product. I don't want to give discount on every product, but I have something like Apple laptops, which I feel like if somebody is ready to buy it, 15 Ps, or let us put it like this, if somebody is ready to buy this product, um, maybe. Now one thing that we have to keep in our mind here is we should not have conditions which is overlapping on each other. So that's something which is very critical. So for that purpose, let me just choose some other product here. uh, Let me just go ahead and check for all in one. All right, 600 is the value. So basically the default value of the product monitor is going to be 600 dirhams. That is the default price. But if somebody is ready to buy at least 50 units of this one, and I want to give some kind of fixed price for that, so it is not 5% or 6%, I'm telling that it would be sold at 450 dirhams. So I can add that condition into it. So I've told that if it is based on this condition, you're having a different price. Now this can be even applied with a date string onto it, which is normally a discount which you're applying for a seasonal purpose or stuff like that. Now, moving into the next type of discount, if you're looking at a discount on a product where you have a formula, this is where the interesting factors come into play. So, if you look at it, you have something called as a public price list. So, that is like 600 is a price. Now, you can tell what is a new price. So, let's put it like this: the new price minus discount. So, what percentage of discount you want to give? I can tell that I want to give 10%, 15%, 30%, or whatever it is. I can just put some figures over there. So I'm just putting a 5% discount. Plus, let's say that for some customer you want to have more money to be earned, or you want to get additional price from that customer. So due to shipping or some other things which you're not considered in the costing part of it. So let's say that you want additional 25. So when you're putting this plus sign, and in this box, if you're putting 25, it'll straight away put that 25 dirhams or whatever value you're gonna give as a addition to your price list. Now, let us put that if there is a rounding factor, you can give the rounding factor. So if it is going to come as a total of 625.25, and you want to basically round it across to 2 digits or 3 digits, we can do the rounding. There is another functionality where you can round it in the invoice or the sales order level. This is more of like rounding it on the product cost level. Now, moving ahead, you can tell that this would be applicable based on minimum margin and maximum margin. So you can have different kind of conditions to be applied based on the kind of price list management that you're going to do it. So I can save this one, and I can basically come back where I'm telling that this is going to be like 25 dirhams additional to what is a default price list price, which is, I believe, let me just check that. Uh, Here you go. So the default price is 200. So it'll be 225, which would be the total price for that. Now this is how you manage the price list inside the system. Now you can have n number of price lists which you can actually create it. There is no restriction in the number of price list which you are going to do it. We have seen some companies creating their prices like different tiers. So it's like tier 1, tier 2, and different kind of tiers for managing their customers. And depending upon the customer, they will assign the kind of tier pricing for that. So this is two type of tier price list which I've created. So if you look at it, I have basically my 5 different type of sellable products, and I've told that the first one I'm giving a straight 20% discount. Laptops I'm giving 22% discount. Here I'm giving percentage discount. So I'm just giving some different kind of computations inside it, and basically creating one price list with that. And if you look at this one here, I'm giving product wise different prices and some computations onto it as well. So you can create these kind of different price list to manage the price of the products for the customer. Now we have the prices, which is defined inside the product master. Now we have the price list which we have created. The next thing what we're going to do here is we would be actually linking this price list to the customer. So let's go ahead and try to see how do you do that. You have this orders button, or you can go to the contacts and get into the customer tab. So just like our products, you would be able to see a Kaban view here. You can group it by list view, or you can actually categorize the customers by the country where they belong to. So you can see that I have 4 customers which belongs to UAE, and I have got 3 customers which belongs to US. I'm sorry, these are all just some random names which I've googled from the browser, so that I could give some company names there. And when you look at it, what you could see here is on every master, every customer master, if you go to the sales and purchase tab, you would be able to see something here called as price list. So this is a place where you would be telling that what should be the price that you're going to sell this product to the customer. So by default, when you're creating a quotation for this specified customer, the system will start triggering these specified price based on discount or additional price or whatever it is. It will be computed and it will be populated for you. We'll have a look into a couple of these things, by creating some simple sales orders. Now, before that, we also want to have a look into the price list with respect to the purchase part of it. So when you go ahead and when you look at the purchase, under the purchase, you also have the provision to have vendor price list. So when you go to the vendor price list, what you could do here is you can click on the create button and you can select which vendor is giving what price. So let's say that I'm getting this vendor for this product, and I can tell the same conditions. Now this is slightly different to the price list which we have seen there. Here we do not have the functionality of grouping by product category or different kind of things. The only option what you have here is each product you will have to define what is a price which they are giving it to you, or you could also have an Excel sheet which is shared by the customer, which you could directly import it with the help of the import button there. So we have a template for the vendor's price list to be imported here. So you can tell that all the product details, the vendor's details, and basically you can tell what is the price and what period to what period and what is the minimum quantity. And this is going to actually import those contents to your system, and which would look similar to this one. So this is how simple you can have a price list management inside the system. Now, the next video we will be talking more about discounts and price list based sales. So that will cover how exactly you can make some sales with the help of price list or with the purchase part of it. Thank you.